Before Olympus rose to power, before the Olympians claimed their thrones, there was one goddess who walked between worlds, untouched, unseen, and unchallenged. She is the guardian of the Crossroads, the mistress of magic, and the keeper of lost souls. This is the tale of Hekate, the goddess who holds the keys to the unknown. Before the reign of the Olympians, when the cosmos was still shaped by the wills of the primordial deities, Hekate was born beneath the silent expanse of the night sky. Her mother, Asteria, the goddess of the stars, was the daughter of the great titans Phoebe and Ceus, while her father, Perseus, was a god of destruction and chaos. From her parents, she inherited the radiance of the heavens and the fury of untamed power. Unlike other children of the titans, Hekate's birth was marked by an omen. The sky darkened, and a veil of shadows descended upon the land, though no storm raged nor wind howled. The earth stilled as though the universe itself recognized the presence of one who would stand at the threshold of light and darkness, a goddess neither bound by day nor night, by life nor death. From infancy, Hekate was drawn to places untouched by mortal hands, the depths of forests, the silent edges of rivers, the unseen paths between the realms. Night embraced her, and the stars whispered forgotten truths into her ears. The primordial goddess Nyx, mother of sleep and fate, took notice of the child and became her guide, teaching her the ways of shadow and prophecy. In Nyx's domain, Hekate learned to walk between the boundaries of worlds, to call forth the spirits of the dead, and to see beyond the veil of time. When the Titanomachy, the great war between the Titans and the Olympians, erupted across the heavens and the earth, Hekate stood at the threshold of conflict. The Titans, her kin, sought to preserve the old order, while the Olympians, led by Zeus, sought to establish a new reign. Unlike the other Titan-born, Hekate did not fight blindly for her brethren, nor did she immediately pledge her loyalty to Olympus. Instead, she observed the tides of fate, weighing the balance of power. In the darkest battles of the war, she appeared on the battlefield, wielding her torches to guide warriors lost in the chaos. It was she who helped Zeus navigate the labyrinthine depths of Tartarus when he sought to free the Centaurs and the Cyclopes, whose strength would turn the tide of war. When the Olympians called upon her wisdom, she answered, but never as their servant, always as an equal. With the fall of Kronos and the imprisonment of the Titans in Tartarus, the victors stripped the defeated of their powers. But Zeus, recognizing the goddess's independence and strength, made a rare exception. Hekate alone retained her dominion, her powers untouched by the decree of the new gods. She would rule over the earth, the sky, and the underworld unrestricted, her name never forgotten in the shadows of time. With the balance of power restored, Hekate turned her attention to the spaces between the thresholds of existence where destiny was decided. She became the goddess of Crossroads, the keeper of unseen paths where mortals and spirits alike faced the weight of their choices. The threefold nature of her dominion manifested in the sacred triform image of the goddess. One face looking toward the past, another toward the present, and the third toward the unknown future. At night, when the veil between worlds grew thin, she roamed the earth, followed by her blackhounds, spectral beasts unseen by mortal eyes, yet heard in their howls at midnight. At the crossroads, where three paths met, mortals left offerings of honey, garlic, and black lambs, hoping to gain her favor. It was here that she watched, where she whispered in the wind to those willing to listen, where she guided lost souls or delivered misfortune to those who walked their paths in arrogance. Even the gods sought her wisdom, for she stood beyond their quarrels, beyond the pettiness of Olympus. To her, Hermes, the divine messenger, entrusted secrets of travel between worlds. Even Apollo, the god of prophecy, respected her sight, for she saw beyond what even his oracles could divine. Though Hekate ruled the spaces between life and death, she did not seek dominion over the underworld itself. That realm belonged to Hades, the silent ruler of the dead. Yet even he recognized her as an equal, for no soul passed between the worlds without her knowledge. When Persephone was stolen from the earth and taken into the depths of the underworld, it was Hekate who heard her cries. Bearing her twin torches, she descended into the abyss, her presence untouched by its gloom. She alone stood beside Persephone in her sorrow, guiding her through the halls of the dead, teaching her the ways of the underworld. When Hades and Demeter struck their fateful bargain, Hekate became Persephone's companion and guide, lighting her way as she moved between the earth and the depths below. The restless dead, wandering without purpose, sought her out, and to them she granted passage. She alone knew the rites of necromancy, the language of the spirits, the rituals that allowed the living to speak with those beyond the grave. Those who honored her were granted visions, glimpses of what lay beyond mortal sight. Those who defied her, who sought to cheat fate itself, found their spirits bound, wandering in endless twilight. Among mortals, Hekate became the mistress of magic, the source of all sorcery and spellcraft. To those worthy, she revealed the secrets of the natural and supernatural world, the power of herbs, poisons, potions, and charms. She was the first to whisper the words of incantation, to inscribe the symbols of power, to bind the fates with threads unseen. The greatest sorceresses of legend, Circe, Medea, and Pasiphae, learned the craft of witchcraft from her teachings. The moon, ever shifting, reflected her power, and those who sought her favor learned to draw upon its changing light to weave their spells. Yet, magic was not given freely. Those who practiced her arts without reverence, who sought power for greed and cruelty, were cursed. Madness, ruin, and torment awaited those who defied the sacred balance of magic. Hecate's magic is unlike that of any Olympian god or mortal sorcerer. It is older than the foundations of Mount Olympus, drawn from the shadows of the cosmos, the whispers of the dead, and the secrets hidden at the edges of the world. Unlike Zeus, who wields thunder, or Apollo, who commands light, Hecate's magic is subtle, elusive, and ever-changing, like the moon that governs it. She does not rule over a single grand domain like Hades' underworld or Poseidon's sea. Instead, her realm of magic is a network of liminal spaces, the crossroads, the twilight hours, the spaces between life and death, and the moments between past and future. To those who seek her knowledge, her magic can be a gift of illumination. To those who defy the natural order, it can be a curse of oblivion. As the world changed and the Olympians ruled from their golden thrones, Hekate remained as she had always been, unchained, eternal, untouched by time. Unlike the gods of Olympus, whose temples stood tall in cities and whose names were sung in hymns, Hecate's presence was found in the quiet spaces, in the places where shadows stretched long and moonlight barely reached. She did not seek worship, nor did she demand tribute, yet those who understood the unseen world knew to honor her. At the crossroads where paths of fate intersected, mortals left offerings in her name: honey, eggs, bread, and fish, along with blackened torches to guide her way. Some did so in devotion, seeking her favor in magic, protection, or wisdom. Others did so out of fear, whispering prayers in the hope that she would turn her gaze elsewhere, sparing them from the misfortune that followed those who crossed her. For Hekate was neither merciful nor cruel. She simply was, watching, waiting, and walking the hidden paths that few dared to tread. Even as the worship of other gods waned, even as kingdoms fell and new ones rose, the torches of Hekate never dimmed. Her name was spoken in hushed tones by witches and seers, by those who glimpsed beyond the veil of the mortal world. On the nights of the new moon, when the world was swallowed by darkness, she walked unseen, her presence lingering in the whispering winds and the flickering candlelight. Dogs howled at her passing, sensing what human eyes could not perceive. The restless dead stirred, drawn to the one goddess who did not fear them, the one who could guide them or send them away. She remained the guide of the lost, the mistress of the unseen, and the eternal keeper of the crossroads. Time held no power over her, for she existed beyond its reach, between the past, the present, and the future. Where others faded into oblivion, she endured, an unbroken force of magic, mystery, and fate. And so, in the hidden places of the world, where night meets mystery, where shadows dance in the glow of unseen torches, Hekate still lingers. She walks the paths between realms, Her presence felt in the rustling of leaves, the sudden chill in the air, and the eerie glow of the moonless night. For those who dare seek the truth beyond the veil, her torches still burn, lighting the way, for better or for worse.